Hey everyone, it's Mario Time 1000. I'm just going to say this right here. This has been filmed after the video. The video ended up being pretty long, so I mentioned in the beginning of what you're about to see that I'm going to review this diecast right here, the 2018 Sauber C37. That is not happening in this video because it ended up being a bit too long than I wanted it to be. So this video is just these four diecasts. I make a lot of mentions about how I'm about to look at that Sauber. We're not. Instead, we're only looking at these three diecasts very quickly. I don't really go in depth on all of them, but I mentioned time codes and stuff. That's not happening. This video is just about these four things. The next video will be the Sauber, so sorry about that. Anyway, here's the video, yeah. Guys, the future is here, because I've got... just a little teaser. Just before I do that, I'm going to look at all the stuff back here, except for this, because I already looked at that, but that's just there for the video. Last year, I got a ton of F1 stuff around Christmas time, and I said, oh, I'm going to do videos on all these things. And then I did videos on some of the things, and I think one thing a lot of people were looking forward to were these right here, the 1/18th scale Ferraris. I made a video on these, but I never uploaded it. I think it got lost on my computer, and ultimately I wasn't really happy with how it turned out because I made it when I was using my really bad camera mount system that was just a mess, and yeah, it was pretty terrible. I'm gonna get a new camera soon, guys. I know the color is really bad because you all know what color a Ferrari is. A modern Ferrari, you can see it's just so, yeah. But I want to take the time to look at these four things very briefly. So you all can know what I think. So first we're going to look at the Barago 1/18th scale Ferraris. And what do I think of these? They're pretty good. I don't remember how much money these were. I think they might have been 60, but I think the 2018 ones are 80, so these may have been 80. For the price, pretty good. Pretty good quality. You've obviously got the turning wheels, which is very nice. Suspension details that turn, and also the steering wheel moves. Moves a little weirdly. It doesn't turn like a typical steering wheel, but the F1 steering wheels are pretty odd, so I don't expect it to. You're getting a pretty good quality diecast here. It's got all the details that you would expect from it. It's got nice rear diffuser details. We've obviously got the light here, nice plastic use, so it actually does look like a light that would light up. It's a very nice diecast. It feels pretty good. A couple complaints I do have, though. Number one, it's super light. Like, if you guys have watched my channel, you guys know, I'll give the Kimi Räikkönen a little bit of showcase. If you guys have watched my channel, you know that I have the 2015 Barago 1/18th scale Ferrari. I did a video on that outside for some reason. I have that car is super heavy compared to these, and it's a little bit odd. It doesn't ruin it, especially because these just sort of sit on a shelf. You can't tell what something weighs by just looking at it. So it's not a huge deal. One thing that is a little bit annoying, though, and I don't know if this is true, but I don't know. Look at this diecast here. And if you take a look at the proportions on this diecast, I know it's a smaller scale, but I mean, I'm just talking about the length of like the airbox in the rear part of the car. To me, this diecast is squished down. It isn't as long as it should be. And I don't really know. It doesn't bother me that much looking at a shelf, but when I sat these down here to do the video, it seems like it's squished. And I know Barago does this because I have the 1/43 scale diecasts. And they're squished. So I think it's squished like the other ones. And I feel like if I grabbed this and did a comparison on their length, I feel like this would be longer, but not long enough. So it's a little annoying, particularly this area here. I don't know what to describe. I don't know what would be squished, but I've looked at F1 cars a lot. I know what they're supposed to look like, and this just looks squished to me. I can't highlight any particular area, but I feel like it is. It's not a huge deal, though. They still do look super nice. One little thing that is a bit of annoying, though, and I don't even know if it's going to focus. You can see right here. Yeah, look at that. You can see right on the shark fin, there's some paint that's been sprayed on, not applied properly, so it bleeds onto the white a little bit. But it's not on this side. And it's also not on the Kimi Räikkönen. You see, there's a few dots, but it's not that huge of a deal. So yeah, I got a Vettel that's got a bit of a paint problem. Not a huge deal, but it is a little bit annoying. But overall, I know I said a few bad things about it, but it wouldn't be a review if you didn't say the problems you had with it. Pretty good for what you're paying for. I will say that. Pretty good for what you're paying for. Pretty cheap. You know, it's pretty light. It is die-cast metal, but yeah. And I don't think you can get 1/18 scale Ferraris from the other companies, which we'll be talking about in a later video. The next one, very quickly going to talk about this, because I haven't decided whether or not I want to make a video on this yet. This is a Spark diecast. It's a 1/43 scale Daniel Kvyat. From 2016, the Bahrain Grand Prix. I have the Barago Red Bulls. I've looked at those in a video, and I was gonna make a video on this, but then I decided not to. It's a fairly out of date diecast now, but I feel like it still could be worth a video because, unlike NASCAR diecasts, you know, when you wait on a NASCAR diecast to make a video on it, chances are someone else has already made it. F1 diecasts, I don't think are like that. There are not a lot of YouTube channels that look at F1 diecasts. So I feel like this could still be an interesting one to watch, or to see. But, you know, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to make a video on this yet. I've not opened it. You can see the tape is still on the diecast right there. You can see it's still attached to the wooden base. So I don't know, especially since he's going to be back for 2019. It could still be a video. I'd have to find a place to fit it in. That one's out in the open. I have opened this one, however, and so I probably won't make a video by itself on it. Wow, this has gone on super, super long. I might make this a separate video, actually. I don't know what I'd call it, though. I guess F1 Diecast Unboxing number 4. So I'm probably going to have to film a beginning portion of this video that says, oh yeah, hey guys, so this is a different video. But finally, we have the Spark 1/18 scale Daniel Kvyat from the Australian Grand Prix. I believe when I bought it, it said it was from the Hungarian Grand Prix, which is the race that got the podium. It's got medium tires, so did the Hungarian Grand Prix. You can really say whatever you want. I'm sure the sponsors were different, but who gives a fudge? My camera's not completely straight. This is really good. This is a super, super, super duper, super awesome, epic gamer diecast. Very detailed. It's so glossy. I don't like touching these things because, you know, obviously, well, I say I don't like touching them, but I make videos on them. Something like this, I don't want to put my hands on too much because it'll, you know, ruin the coating, the nice glaze. I can't even think of the words, obviously. 2015 Red Bull. I really like the livery on this car. The purple is really nice. It's so shiny. It's such a nice livery. I do like the modern ones, but there's just something about this one. I think since it's just so different than the modern ones we've seen for the last 3 seasons, it makes it pretty cool. I don't really like the numbers on them, though, but that's nothing really. This is a very great diecast. Problems I'd have with it is the price. Hyper expensive to get 1/18 scale diecasts that aren't from Barago, and Barago did not make Red Bull in 2015, at least in the 1/18 scale. I do have the 1/43 scale Barago Kvyat car. But yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, it's still on the base plate. I don't think I'm ever going to take it off. It doesn't have spinning wheels. The wheels don't even move. It's a Spark diecast. That's what we've come to expect. It's a model. It's not a toy. Like, maybe you could say these are toys because they do have those features. Although, when I was buying NASCARs, if they had the spinning wheels feature, that meant it was a model that you should never touch. But, hey, it's whatever. This is a super good diecast. The detail on it is just so great. I can't even possibly imagine what a Mini Champs 118 scale would be like, because the Mini Champs are pretty much the premium brand for F1 diecasts. The Sparks are pretty good, but the Mini Champs just have that little bit extra detail, and I can't even imagine what that would be. Well, something on there, I have no idea what that would be. But yeah, great diecast. Yeah, overall, I've just wanted to make this video. I didn't expect it to be 12 minutes, but I just wanted to make this to cover I wanted to tie all the loose ends that I had in the 2017 Christmas thing. I really should have looked at all these, but I just sort of... Windows Movie Maker actually isn't a thing anymore. So that was primarily why I didn't make videos for a while, because I had to download Premiere. I had to buy it. And it was just sort of weird. It wasn't what I was used to, and I didn't really like it, so I didn't make any videos for a while. I made some videos, but I never uploaded them because they were just sort of test dumb things. But that is it. I'm going to move all this stuff off, and I'm going to just try to get all these in the frame because this is now a separate video. So I need a thumbnail because Premiere's thumbnails are not... I'm going to figure out how to make... I should probably get Photoshop or something like that, shouldn't I? Because then I'd be able to... How should I set this up? Does this look like interesting? Does it look interesting? Kind of tells the whole story, doesn't it? It's a lot on the thumbnail right here. But yeah, that is all the loose ends from 2017, 18. It really was 2018. But the beginning of 2018, it took all the way till Christmas of 2018 to finish my Christmas of 2017 special. But it is over. I have finally made videos on all the diecasts that I got around Christmas in 2017. Better late than never. That's what Thomas the Tank Engine taught me in an episode I don't think I ever watched as a kid. But that is it. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the future when we actually look at what I originally wanted to look at in this video, the first 2018 diecast for this channel. Alright, see you guys then.